All right. Good afternoon. It's afternoon here, where I am here at Dr. Selfridge Central Studios. We are in the outskirts of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and it's afternoon here. It is what time? Well, it's 3:00 here, and it's a rainy day. Wonder what it's like in your neck of the woods. It's rainy, kind of a gloomy day, but it's kind of a nice kind of relaxing rainy day, not too stormy. So good to see you all. In our intro music, I'm going to talk about this is the intro music that you were listening to is kind of related to our topic from the past 2 weeks or last week, which was jazz standards. And what you're listening to on the way into the show today is a jazz standard, which we'll talk about. And extra points if anyone can name the jazz standard that was being played. Sometimes, a jazz musician who's been practicing for a long time and listening and practicing their chords can actually pick out the name of a jazz song just by hearing the chords being played and someone improvising. So this is a famous jazz song, and we'll see if anyone gets it. And the people playing that song, well, I'm going to show you a little bit later. That'll be something fun for later, okay? I want to say hello to familiar faces here in the chat. We will do, maybe we'll do some shout outs if we can, or, let me know if you're new, if you're watching, if you're a band director or a teacher, let us know. We always like to keep track of who's watching so we know who we can turn to if we have questions in the chat. And speaking of the chat room and things like that, let's say hi to Dennis, who is here, as always. See if
Hey, Steve. How you doing?
Wonderful. Here, we got Dennis on the line, so excited to have him. And Dennis is just helping us out, as always. Questions about... if there's questions that I miss in the chat, Dennis will get them. All right. So let's go right into... I'm going to check out the chat a little bit, and we're going to talk about our topic for today in a minute. So we have Sonia checking in. It's in Texas. It's 11:30 in Texas, and Aldair, or at least when Sonia made that, when Sonia put that text in there, it was 11:30. Aldair is here. Ryan is here. Kaylin is here. Rox Ravage is here. Carter Rogers is here. Ben is here. Hello. Mike Hamilton from Edinburgh is here. Hello. Harry Potter fan is here. A lot of familiar faces. Love it. Kalisha Moore. What's up? Kvet is here. It's jazzy time. Yes, it is. True Nerf is asking who plays trumpet. So if you play trumpet, say hello in the chat. Aldair says, I don't have my saxophone. That's okay. You can still watch. Hopefully you'll get something interesting, interesting stuff. Let's see. Of course, Joe and Terry are in the chat helping us out. Ben says it's nice. The weather is nice where Ben is. That's great. Michael McKinney says he's a jazz band director. Hey, Mike. Nice to see you, Michael. Mike Hamilton, it's 8 p.m. in Edinburgh. Linda, hello from Canada. Say hello to... All right, hello to all Mrs. Thompson's students from John Pritchard who are watching. Hi, everybody. Gene Weiner, Wilner, Lynette. Hi, Lynette. Matthew Wiseman is a director at Matthew Perry. Hello, hello. Denzel is new here. Let's all welcome Denzel. Denzel, can you let us know what you play? Jordan Rosen says, yo, I made it into my high school's big band. We have a big band and a little band. Jordan, congratulations. Everyone give Jordan a congratulations. Kira is one of our biggest fans from Glenolden. Hi, Kira. Janice is from Canada, band director of 6 to 8 Band. I love all these teachers that are in the chat. Thank you, guys. Mike Hamilton says it sounded like Charlie Parker on the recording. Well, that's a huge compliment, but not even close, because that was me on the music beforehand. Tin is here. Hello. Cerberus is here. Just want to say hi to everyone in the chat. We got Rico in the UK. Denzel is saying hello again. Chaya, Jordan, and Tim. Okay, Tim is here from Canada. Okay. Lynette is saying congratulations to our friends who made the jazz band. So what I wanted to talk about today, guys, is I hope you have your instruments. That's not what I wanted to do. I hope you have your instruments. I figured today we would start by talking about, I get the question a lot. How are you able to develop the ability to pick out melodies on your instrument? And people want to know, do you have perfect pitch? And the answer is, I've talked about this many times. You don't need perfect pitch to do what I do, because I don't have perfect pitch, not even close. What you can do is develop a really good sense of, and the music teachers here in the chat will agree, you can develop a really good sense of picking up melodies, because we develop something called relative pitch. I'm going to teach you how to do that right now. Okay, you guys have your instruments? We are going to start with, and if you need a reference of the scale we're going to use, we're going to do a concert B flat scale, which I think most of you probably know. But if you don't know what it is, you can go to drselfridgemusic.com and you can go to Advanced Band right here, and you can go to our 12 major scales. So we're going to do a concert B flat major scale, which is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. I'm just getting it in the chat here in case you need it. It's this scale right here. Okay. I'm going to put the link directly in the chat so you can find it. It's our 12 major scales worksheet. Here it comes in the chat. And we're going to use this. I just put it in the chat. It'll be there in just a second. We're going to click on whatever instrument you have. I'll click on alto sax. And we're going to look at scale number 1. So whatever instrument you have, it's scale number 1 on this sheet. So we go like this. That is our major scale. So everyone, hopefully by now you've got your music ready. Let's play it together. It's scale number 1 on your major scales. Here we go. Same speed I just did. Mike, it's going to be this one right here for you. G major for you. Scale number 1. Okay. If anyone's confused, I'll give you the names of the scales. If you play flute or trombone or oboe or concert pitch, you're going to play B flat scale. Clarinet, trumpet, tenor sax, you're going to play a C scale. Alto sax, bari sax, you're playing the G scale. French horn's playing an F scale. All right, and you can ask one of the teachers in the chat. Teachers, if anyone's confused, you can help them out. Let's do the scale again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to practice a fun little pattern. Sometimes people call this an elevator pattern, but we're going to play the first note and then go to the second note and back to the first note. I'm going to show you just like this. So play the bottom note, the second note, back to the bottom note. Do, re, do. Practice that. Oh, sorry, that's loud. Can you play that? Ready? Play. Do, re, do. Now we're going to start on do again, the 1, and skip up to the third note. So we're going to go do, mi, do, skip the second note. Listen. Try it. Ready? Play. Do, mi, do. Now, can anyone guess what we're going to do next? We're going to play do, fa. We're going to play do and skip 2 and 3 and go right to 4. So it's 1, 4, 1. Ready, play. Do, fa, do. Okay, I think you have the pattern by now. We're going to play do, sol, do. 1, 5, 1, 1, 2. Ready, play. Let's do the next one. 1, 6, 1. Ready, go. And 1, 7, 1. Ready, go. And then let's finish it off with the octave. Do, do, do. Ready? Play. Great. Now, it's really good to, here's an exercise I have for you. I want you to do that exercise on your own at home. Well, we're all at home, I guess. I want you to do that exercise on your own when you're doing your practice time. And not only play each one, try to sing each one, okay? So like this. And try to sing it with the solfege. Get to know your do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Get to know that with practice, like this. Do, re, do. Do, mi, do. Do, fa, do. Do, so, do, la, do, ti, do. And what that does, that's where you really start to build up your ear. So, okay, let's try this. Now, thank you guys in the chat. Our moderators will take care of spammers. Spammers will get timed out, and if they don't learn how not to spam, they might get kicked out. So, thank you all of my friendly helpers in the chat. Now, this is where it fits into jazz. I'm going to play some patterns, and I want you to play them back. I'm going to mix them up, though. All right. I'm going to play our 1-2-1 pattern, do, re, do. I'm going to play our 1-3 pattern and our 1-4 pattern. I'm going to choose between those. And you're going to try to use your ear to try to figure out which one I did and play it back. So if I do this, which one does that sound like? Does it sound like 1-2-1, 1-3-1, or 1-4-1? Can you match that? Try it. So which one was it? And the answer is, and if you get these wrong, if you have trouble with this, don't stress out and think you're not good at it, because you have to play them wrong to figure out what wrong sounds like, and then you'll know what right sounds like, okay? So the more you practice, the better you get. So that was 1-3-1 is what I played. How about this one? Try to play it. Okay. So Ben got it. The first one was G to B, 1-3. And start to think in numbers or think in syllables. So it's good to know on sax that it was G, B, G, G, B, G. I sang it wrong. But it's really good to think in numbers. 1-3-1, because then you can take that into any different key signature and you can do it. So think in syllables or numbers. All right, so about half of you guessed. I can't tell which one you're guessing. The first one I did was 1-3-1. The second one I did was 1-2-1. Here's another one. And you could hear the distance. Did it sound like a bigger jump? That was because it was a bigger jump. It was 1-4-1 or do, fa, do. All right, here's what we're going to do. Let's see. Let's play those patterns, and we're going to do, I made a new backing track. A B-flat major backing track. Let's check it out. This is going to help us with this exercise. Now, I hope that's coming through okay. Let's play each pattern. Start with 1-2-1. Listen to me. Do, re, do. My turn. Do, mi, do. My turn. Last one. All right. Cool. How do we do with that? And let me know, how's the volume of the backing track? Is it too loud or too soft or all that jazz? Now, part 2 of our ear training. I'm going to take just the first 3 notes of our scale. Do, re, mi, 1, 2, 3. And I want you guys to try to figure out, I'm going to turn my music all the way down. I'm going to improvise a melody on 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to give you guys a little hint. For the next 4 patterns, thank you, Ben, and Terry, thank you for checking in on the volume. Thank you. Bill Helmer says, "Here comes the bride." Right. I'm going to talk about that in a second. There are little tricks, not tricks. There's little helper things you can think of to help you remember, to help you get different intervals in your scale. And I'll talk about that in a second. So I'm going to play improvising on do, re, mi. I'm going to do 4 patterns. Each one, I'm going to give you a hint. I'm going to always start on the first note. I'm starting on do every time. So the only thing you have to use your ear for is what else am I playing? All right, I'm starting on do every time, and I'm going to stay near do, but I'm going to do other notes too. Try it. Here's my first pattern. So you can copy it. I'm starting on do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you figure that one out? Now, if you're a sax player, if you're an alto sax player, you're just looking at my fingers. Try to challenge yourself not to look at my fingers and use these. I played, see, and put it in the chat if you have it. I played 1 to 2 to 3. I put a little rhythm on it and played 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. Do, do, re, re, mi. All right, starting on do again. Copy what I play. Okay, listen again. Did you hear? I started on do like I promised I would. Did you hear the jump at the beginning, the skip? I played. Mike, I am, in both cases, I finished on note 1 as well. But I want you to see if you can, Mike, try to see if you can pick up that. I might not always stop on, I might not always end on do. I want to see if you can use your ear and see if you try it and it sounds like what I played, then you got it. All right. Oh, what was the last one I did? This one. Lynette got it. 1, 3, 2. Kira got it. 1, 3, 2. I love that you guys are typing in the numbers, because jazz musicians talk in numbers all the time. Because if you're in a jazz band and you're trying to explain something to someone who plays a different instrument, I play alto sax, someone plays trumpet, I can't talk in A, B, C, D, E, F, G because they have a transposition, right? So what I say is, oh, start on 3 and play 3, do, re, mi, 3, 5, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, right? 3, 5, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. And that translates to whatever key they're in. All right, here we go. Let's do another one. I'm going to start on do. I'll make it a little bit extended. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's a drum. The drum in my room is ringing when I play my note G. You probably can't hear it. So here's my pattern again. Ready? See if anyone gets that. I'll wait in the chat, see who gets it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do this back and forth with our backing track, and you have to copy what I play. We're ear training our ears. All right? Here we go. For the first, let's say, for the first couple of patterns, I'm going to start on 1. Whoop. A couple people are checking in with the pattern. Ben, got it. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. Harry Potter fan got it. Kira got it. Tin got it. Good job, everybody. I got to make these a little bit trickier, don't I? Challenge you. All right, let's go to a play along. Xavier just got a new saxophone. Congratulations, Xavier. That's awesome. I will play starting on Do. Here we go. Copy me. I'll do it again. Here's another one. I'll do it again. I'm going to go up. I went to 4. Did you hear that? I went up and down. Did you hear that? I'll change it up a little bit. Tricky. I'll do it again. I'll extend it a little bit. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start on 3. All these patterns are starting on 3. Here we go. 1, 2, start on 3. Sorry. False start. My turn. 3. Here it is again. Started on 3 and I went up and then down. So, what's kind of fun to do now with this play along track, I'll put this up on the website, is practice improvising different phrases on your major scale and just see what sounds good. All right, so I'll show you what I mean. All through the scale. Major scale. Good old major scale can sound really nice in jazz improvisation. So I hope you guys were playing along there and having fun with that. Let's see. I think Dennis did a question or two come up in the chat.
Yeah, I think there was only one, but let me go back. Tim Wynn, what is a good reed for clarinet when playing jazz? All right,
a good reed for clarinet. The reed, I'd say when playing jazz, there are I think Van Doren makes jazz style reeds for saxophone. I don't know if they make them for clarinet. Pretty much any good reed will work. What's more important is the mouthpiece. If you really want to change something in your setup, so professional musicians, they call their combination of instrument, reed and mouthpiece and ligature. They call it, what's your setup, right? So, I use a V. I'm trying to think. I use a 5-star mouthpiece. I have a 3.5 reed Van Doren, and I have a Rovner ligature. So I would say if you're looking to change up something to get a jazzier sound, the mouthpiece would be the first place you'd want to look for clarinet. You can get jazzier mouthpieces. Just use a normal reed to be fine. Let's check in with some more people in the chat here. And feel free to put your questions in. Next thing we're going to talk about, guys, is jazz standards. And I'm going to show you that video I promised you about a jazz standard. But throw your questions in the chat. If you want to shout out, if you're watching from a particular school, or if you're a teacher, if you've joined us recently, we'll give you a shout out. So we have Xavier Cruz Saez says, thanks a million from Barcelona, Spain. All right. It's probably pretty late at night there in Spain, or is it, you guys, I think 6 hours ahead? Not sure. Chaya says hi to Mr. Helmer. So Mr. Helmer hopefully is out there. Ben. Oh, here's a question. All right, I'll take these in order. Harry Potter fan 8000. Do alto flutes have the same fingering as a standard flute? Yeah, they're similar. They're in a different key. But the fingering system is basically the same. So let's see. Ben Mikolzak. I remember I tried to pronounce it last week. Why do mouthpieces make a difference? Very great question. If you Google this, Google what are the parts of a saxophone mouthpiece, or what are the parts of a clarinet mouthpiece, and you will learn all these really cool terms. I'll show you on my tenor sax mouthpiece here because there's no reed on it. Same thing goes for clarinet mouthpieces. You learn all these parts, the tip opening, which is like how much space is between the reed and how much does the tip kind of curve up away from the reed. You've got the rails, which are here. You've got the baffle, which is how much of an angle does the top of the mouthpiece go up. There's all kinds of things that you can learn about, and tiny millimeters of a difference and in angles and how these are designed can make a huge difference in your sound. So a lot of musicians really enjoy spending time like analyzing mouthpieces and which mouthpiece is going to sound better, and you try different ones and which one you like better, and then you combine the one that you like with a different kind of reed, and then you see how that sounds. So there's all kinds of cool stuff. You can it can get a little expensive, but some stores will let you try different mouthpieces, and then they will disinfect the mouthpieces, so you don't have to buy it to try it. You can try it, and then if you don't want it, they'll disinfect it. All right, couple of good questions. Let's go to what I was going to tell you about, which is we were talking about jazz standards. I'm going to just put this on my computer here. And does anyone remember in our class last week, what is a jazz standard? What does that mean? Here's a list. While you're putting that answer in the chat, here's a list. You can go, there's many websites. 50 jazz standards every jazz musician needs to know. And if you're a beginner jazz musician, this is where you'd want to start. Start learning these basic jazz songs. And professional jazz musicians will learn these songs one at a time. And eventually, a professional jazz musician knows hundreds and hundreds of songs by memory. And the more you learn, the easier it gets. So I'm looking in the chat to see if anyone is going to tell us what the definition or what a description of a jazz standard is. The one we're going to talk about, let's see where it appears on this list. The one we're going to talk about today is this one right here, Bye Bye Blackbird. And I want to show you a little video. I'm going to play you the melody of Bye Bye Blackbird. You may have heard this song before. Bye Bye Blackbird. Goes like this. And by the way, talking about your ear training, it starts on the third note of the concert F major scale. So if you're in your F major scale concert and you start on 3, da, I was a little bit flat. If I had perfect pitch, I would have sung that correctly. So, yeah, Michael got it. It is number 10. Here's the first thing you have to do when you learn a standard is you have to learn the melody. Bye Bye Blackbird has a very simple melody that is very nicely arranged on a major scale. It goes like this. Ends on T, and then it goes to Fa. That ends on Do. Then that's the A section, we call it. Then we have this section that's a little bit different. It's called the bridge. Da 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 da. 1 5. That's the one note in the song that's out of key. It's a sharp 2. And then, sorry. Then we're back to the same melody as the beginning. Right, that's called Bye Bye Blackbird. Has anyone ever heard this song before? It's a nice jazz tune. So I'm going to show you, as promised, this is a video of yours truly, Dr. Selfridge, playing this song. And every year at my school, we have a jazz festival where we have our students, the jazz band plays a concert, and we have the middle school jazz band comes up and plays. We have a great time. And we always invite a special guest or professional jazz musician group to come in. A lot of schools do this. We had this local Philadelphia saxophone player who is one of the best saxophone players ever. He's a local legend, we would say, in Philadelphia. His name is Larry McKenna. And we did a duet on that song, Bye Bye Blackbird. So let's take a little look. And I'm going to kind of take you through this video and show you the different things that we do. All right, so the first thing you're going to notice in this video, let's take a little trip here. There's a picture of us getting ready to play, okay? So the first thing that we do is one person in the band decides on the tempo and counts it off. And that is me. You'll see me snapping my fingers and counting off the tempo. So I do that first. Then our piano player plays a little piano introduction. Let me show you that. Here it is. And we'll stop it there. And it's probably kind of quiet. I'm going to fix our volume a little bit. Turn this up. So after that, we play the melody. Here's the melody played as a sax duet. Here we go. Melody. See if you recognize it from what I played. Then here's the bridge, the different part. And here's the last A section. Now, did anyone notice? You might not have noticed. I want you to tell me in the chat. Do you know what happens next after the jazz musicians play the melody? What happens after the jazz musicians play the melody? And you can see just a second ago, Larry McKenna pointed his finger at me because we hadn't really planned out what we were going to do. So he points at me right there. Now, I'm looking in the chat. Does anyone know what happens next in a jazz song? I'll see who gets it. But the answer is, now all the jazz musicians take a turn playing an improv solo. All right? So let's watch a few seconds of mine and then a few seconds of Mr. McInnes. So I'm doing my improv thing, right? I play a couple courses, and then we got to listen to Larry McInnes solo. We're going to listen to Larry McInnes solo because he is a genius. Here we go. After I take my solo, here we go. Okay, I could listen to that all day, but I wanted to show you guys that because I wanted to give you a taste of what jazz musicians do, how they play a song. So now here's what we're going to do. We're going to do our own little improv on Bye Bye Blackbird, okay? So the scale that you need for Bye Bye Blackbird is we're going to change scales. So remember our major scales page? We're going to change it up. Well, whatever major scale page you should open. I'm going to open, I'll stay on alto sax, but you be on your major scale page. We are going to go, not scale number 1, we're going to go all the way down here to scale number 12. Okay? Scale 12, everybody. It's a concert F major scale for sax, for tenor sax, trumpet, clarinet. It's a G major scale. For flute and trombone and concert pitch instruments, it's an F major scale. Can we play that scale? Get ready to play that scale for me or practice that scale. And I'm looking at the comments here. I see Mike Hamilton says, Miles Davis and John Coltrane have an awesome version of Bye Bye Blackbird. Yes, they do. Great comment there, Mike. Looking at other comments here. Yeah, Ben, you got the answer right. Rico got the answer right. We do an improv solo. So did Mike. Jordan Rosen, is Moanin' by Art Blakey a jazz standard? Yeah, that's one of my favorite jazz standards. What key is it in? It's in F too. That's one of my favorite jazz standards. All right, so are we all on the correct scale here? We're doing a concert F scale. If you're a flute, it's for everyone, it's scale number 12 on our major scale sheet. All right, let's play that scale. There's the flute one. There's the alto sax one. It's D major. We'll get up the trumpet one just so we have almost all of our bases covered. Trumpet and clarinet and tenor. Do that. Let's play the scale. Ready? Da, about half note. Bum, bum, bum. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so there's the scale we're going to use for this song. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you for our play-along track. You can do this for a lot of jazz standards. You can go to YouTube, and I'm going to put in Bye Bye Blackbird. And I'm going to put play along. See how that comes right up? Bye Bye Blackbird play along. And there's a great channel called Learn Jazz Standards, which has a lot of play along tracks. So I'm going to click on this, and we're going to have our play along track for Bye Bye Blackbird. Okay. And what's cool about this is Bye Bye Blackbird is a great song to improvise on, because you can basically just use your major scale. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to combine what we were doing at the beginning, our call and response, and we're going to improvise on our concert F major scale on Bye Bye Blackbird. Show you what I mean. Remember we're doing like 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Remember we're doing all that stuff? We're going to do that on our new scale. So for example, if I played, you would play 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Let's do a little bit of that on Bye Bye Blackbird. Then we'll do some questions, we'll do some shout outs, and we will wrap up this jazz session. Okay, all of your instruments out, ready to go? Harry Potter fan says, my school doesn't do any jazz. I'm still newer to jazz, but I find it fun. Yeah, jazz is a lot of fun. Here we go. There it is. We'll start it over again. Copy me. I'm gonna start every phrase on 1. Start on 1. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. I'll do it again. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. I'll change it up. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna stop giving away all the answers. See if you can get the answer. All right. Again, I'm gonna start on 1 for the next couple. Here we go. I will play each one twice, so you get 2 chances at it. Second try. All right, here's another one. Here it is again. Now I'm going to start on 3. Here it is again. Starting on 3. Again. Now I'm going to start on 2. Here it is again. Bop, 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 bop. Still starting on 2. Bop, bop, ba, da. Here it is again. I'm going to go back to 3. Da, 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 da. 3. Da, da. Stay on 3. Be, da, 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 da. Here it is again. All right. How are we doing on that? Now, I kept it kind of in that range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the more challenge you want to get, you can expand it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a great exercise to play with two people playing together. If you're in a rehearsal, if you're practicing with someone, put phrases back and forth in just one major scale. It's great ear training. All right. So, looks like we've had usually when there's not a lot of questions coming through, it means people are playing along, which is great. I'm going to bring Dennis in and see, is there anything, any shout outs or anything I should take note of in the chat? Or has it been a pretty quiet chat?
It's been a pretty quiet chat, but you nailed them all early on. The call outs and the shout outs.
Okay.
I think it's been great.
Now, Dennis, one thing that's interesting, I think I know you've said is you find it interesting to listen to these because, not having as much of a musical background as a theater background or literature background, do you find yourself learning things that you didn't necessarily know, or when you're listening?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's why I enjoy it.
Yeah. And so the concept we were talking about today, of how, I think that's a big mystery to a lot of people, is how do people develop an ear for music? Like, how do those musicians, how can they pick out a song from thin air and figure it out? And they must have just some talent you're born with. And in some cases, people are born with a ridiculous, amazing talent right off the bat. But a lot of people, most of the people you hear, you develop it just from practicing the types of things we were just talking about. So
yeah, it's the same way in theater too. I mean, actors, they come to you with a certain amount of talent with it, but there are things that they can learn. And so you always talk about they can play this kind of a role, but maybe not that kind of a role.
Absolutely.
And then there's some people can play anything because it's just so talented.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
probably across all the arts.
For sure. Visual art, dance, yes. Everything. Ben, our friend Ben has a good question. What about the blues scale? All right, you know what? We've got about 5-10 minutes left, and we don't have a lot of questions, so let's finish off with a nice little bit of blues. Thank you for that suggestion, Ben. Let's go back to our live stream jazz page, and let's go to something. So our blues songs we have to choose from, you can use blues on Funky Freddy. You can use blues on Chili Penguin. You can use blues on Root Blues. So I don't know if you guys have a preference. It's been a while since we've done, we've been doing all swing today. So let's do something that's not swing. Let's do Chili Penguin. All right, we're going to go to Chili Penguin here. And you're going to click on your instrument. I've been doing a lot of alto sax today. Maybe I'll do a flute. All right, I'm going to do flute. Where did my flute go? Where did I put my flute? The mystery of the missing flute. That's weird. Oh, here it is. Womp. All right, so Chili Penguin. So, Ben, the scale that's written here is a minor pentatonic scale, but you can make it a blues scale very easily. So here's our minor pentatonic. Okay. But if you want to make this a blues scale, you just put a chromatic note in between this note and this note. So we'd go. Okay, so let's play our melody on the Chili Penguin. Sounds like this. Do you get your music for Chili Penguin, guys? It's on this page. It's on the jazz page. All right, we go 1, 2. Let's get our backing track on there. Janice says, it's nice to see I'm not the only one who loses my flute. Yeah, Janice, I have all these instruments around here, and I kind of set it down and not in the normal. That's usually when we lose things, right? We put it down not in the normal place we usually put it. All right, here we go. Chili Penguin, you're going to get click, click. You're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and we play. So it's click, 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 click. Oh, no, they go click, click, 1, 2. Ba-da-da-da-da. Let's play it. 2, 1, 2. Do the repeat. 1, 2. our scale. So we're going to play our scale like this. This is the minor pentatonic. Let's just play it like this. We'll go bum, 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 bum. Up and down. Ready? Scale. 1, 2. 1, 2. Play the scale. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. Do a little bit of call and response, all right? I'm going to play these. I'm going to play some solo ideas, and you can, in the rest, you can echo me or play whatever you want. Here we go. One. My turn first. Your turn. You can jam out or copy me. Oh yeah, Ben, here's the blues scale. Let's play it. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. And you guys can have fun playing those play-along tracks. They're all posted at drselfridgemusic.com. All right. So let's just do some final answers, questions, and shout-outs, and then we're going to get running along here. Mike Hamilton, can you do blues on the Flower of Scotland? Could be interesting. And Jacqueline, let's see. I know Dennis highlighted something here. Oh, there it is. I hear melodies as I am warming up my clarinet, and I am a beginner. How about Two for the Road? I don't know that song, but it's good that you're hearing melodies when you warm up. That's exactly what you want to do. All right, so it looks like we've gotten all of our questions answered, all of our shout-outs. It's been great seeing you guys. One of my favorite days of the live stream is jazz class. I don't know about you, Dennis, but this is a fun class.
I look forward to it every week.
Every week. Jazz class, you guys are great. You're great. Great questions, and I can tell you're playing along and following along, answering all my questions. I love it. So if you guys have requests on jazz stuff you want to learn, send them my way. I'll answer those requests as much as I can. So this weekend here in the U.S. is Memorial Day weekend. And so it's a holiday weekend. So what we're going to do for the live stream is we're going to be back. We're going to be back on Wednesday with our advanced band. Sunday and Monday we're going to take off for holidays here in the U.S. So a little bit of a break, but I look forward to seeing you guys. I hope you will come back for our traditional Wednesday advanced band live stream. And I'm going to go ahead and put that schedule up on here. Let's see. There we go. We'll do that. So until next time, I'm glad I was able to answer all your questions. One last comment here. Ben's going to get the last word. Ben says, I love putting swing on the major scales. Also, thank you for the practice. Fantastic. Ben, thank you. It's a great way to close the lesson. We'll say thank you to Terry and Joe in the chat. We'll say thank you to Dennis. Thank you very much.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
All right. Always a great time. And we will see you guys. Enjoy the long weekend. We'll see you Wednesday on our advanced band class. Okay. Everybody have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Take care. See you, Dennis.
Yep. Take care.